his wife had 3 children through cesarean. And the man was saying to the woman, you can imagine how bad mouth a man can have. He was saying to his wife, so when they call mothers, you will come out after the doctors just cut your stomach and bring out the baby. That people that are mothers are people that have vaginal births. Excuse me? Excuse me? Have you seen how they cut a woman's tummy to pull out a baby? And she does it for the first time, the second time, the third time, and you have the audacity or the guts to tell her that they just cut her tummy and bring out a baby. People die through pregnancy. People die through childbirth. Hello, my beautiful, amazing ladies. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. My name is Wendu, or you can call me Wendu. If this is your first time of coming across my video, thank you so much for coming across my video. I really appreciate your time here. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, like, share, comment, turn on the notification button, please. Okay, please, 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 just do me one thing and one thing only: subscribe to my video, please. Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Here in this video, it's going to be like a very quiet, chill, relaxing one. We're going to be talking about the experiences of childbirth, of being a young mom that people don't really discuss. Like being a young mom, I had my first child when I was 25, because I got married when I was 24. So I had my first child when I was 25. And you know, when you get married, everybody expects you like, after 9 months, you should be a mom, you should have a baby. Oh, Omugwo, your mom is going to come for Omugwo. But nobody really goes into details about what happened to you as a woman, what happened to you as a person, what happens to you, what your body goes through, your emotion. Sometimes you don't even know how to express your emotion. Nobody explained that part to you, which is really, really sad. It's something we don't talk about. And I think it's high time that young mothers start discussing that. And for instance, like most of us that live abroad, imagine being so young, getting married at 24, moving to a country where they don't speak English, they speak German. You come to this country, you have a baby, you have nobody, you have no family around. The emotion you're going through being pregnant, the emotion of having a baby. You're in the hospital where they're speaking a language that you don't even understand. Nobody explained that bit to you. You have this baby, you're looking at this child and you're thinking, is this actually my child or somebody? Yeah, you're filled with so much joy. But nobody tells you that sometimes you look at that child, you just want your space. You just want somebody to come and take that baby away from you. It wasn't like that. For my first baby, it was such a very, very, I wouldn't say horrible experience for me, but it was such a very painful experience. I had nobody to speak to. I had nobody to discuss I didn't even understand what I was going through at the time. Sometimes I sit down and I start crying. You have your husband, but your husband don't understand you. Your husband don't understand what you're talking about. You have nobody to really discuss what is going on in your head with. So I think it's high time that as young moms, we start telling people or encouraging people or telling other mothers or other ladies getting married about the experience of having a child. One of the experience for me, the worst experience was you're pregnant, you can't even see your down below. You can't see it. You're looking, but your tummy is so big that you can't see. You feel so ugly. You feel so bloated. You feel so fat. You look at yourself, you're miserable. You're crying for no reason. Your hormones is everywhere. Your emotions is everywhere. Nobody tells you all this thing. Then suddenly there's a baby. And you're thinking, I remember when I had my baby, I've never held a child that is like less than 3 months old. And look at me in a foreign country where I had nobody and I had my own baby. I didn't even know how to handle her. Like, I was just like, you know, she was there like, pika. And I was like, Jesus Christ, how am I going to handle this baby? I was so scared. But on the other hand, here in Nigeria, I watched a video where dynaekwueme was complaining about. She wasn't really complaining, she was saying that she's gone through YouTube and she can't find any video that tells her about the emotion. What happened to your marriage? What happened to your body? What happened to your psychological state? What happened to your mental state? Because you are pregnant. It takes a lot out of you. The moment you have a baby, one is you lose your identity as a person. You're no longer Chinwe. You're now mommy this. That is the first thing that comes to your mind. And in most cases, a lot of women, they forget themselves. They lose their self. Every focus is now focused on the baby. Then nobody is available for you. Nobody, you can't even talk about, you feel so shy or ashamed of talking about what you're feeling to anybody, to even your friends, even your mom like, oh, don't worry, it's gonna be over. And by the time you know it, you're pregnant for number 2. You haven't even dealt with the emotional struggle you went through with the first baby. Down there is no longer the same. Nobody's telling you that. The pain after having a natural birth, the pain of your leg vibrating, the pain of like the whole bleeding and everything, nobody talks about it. Nobody tells you about it. Nobody tells you what you feel. Oh my God, I don't even want to remember it. I don't even want to remember it. But is the expectation. People want you to deliver like the women of Hebrew. Nobody explained to you what that actually meant or what it means to deliver like the women of Hebrew. I just want to encourage all the moms out there. You're doing amazing. Whatever you're going to, look on the bright side. Look on the bright side. I know how, like for me, being a mom of 4 beautiful, amazing kids, I did all that on my own, alone. No help. Nobody. When I look at my kids, I'm like, you know what? You actually did a good job. It wasn't, at the time, it was really hard. I think my first now is 10. So it's 10 years experience of being a mom, a young mom. Imagine having your kids back to back every 2 years. You're having, like every 2 years or every 1 year I was pregnant. So my kids are just exactly 2 years apart. Can you imagine having 3 kids under the age of 5? Being young in a country where you have nobody, in a country where you don't speak the language. Can you tell me how that feels? It wasn't the best experience for me. But you know what? Right now, I look at those kids and I feel very proud. There was a day my daughter was crying, my first daughter. I changed her diapers, she was still crying. I gave her breast, she was still crying. I made bottle for her, she was still crying. I just kept her on the bed and I started crying. You know, that's some people, you know, the emotion gets so much into you that sometimes some women, they end up killing their baby. Have you heard the story? Have you read about story? It's called the shake syndrome. They hold the baby, they shake, and maybe blood goes into the baby's brain and the baby end up dying. I watched this program. It's called True Crime. Yes, this mom, she was sentenced to life in prison for shaking her baby to death. But nobody understood what this woman was going through at the time. Imagine having a baby. Like normally you're not supposed to shake your baby, but the emotion, just imagine me at that time. I just dropped her on the chair. She was crying. I remember my mom used to say to me that it's only water that's coming out, it's not blood. I left her there and I went to the room to go and sit down. I took myself out of that situation that I couldn't handle. And I went to the room and she was crying. I was in the room crying. I didn't know what else to do. My mom is far away in Nigeria. You call her, she'll say, oh, good Goya, do this one. But I already did everything I could do. And she was still crying. But nobody told me that. You just think babies are so cute. They just sleep and wake up and feed and that is all. What about, are we talking about the sleepless nights? You turn into a zombie. The baby is awake. You're sleeping. They tell you sleep when the baby is asleep. That is a lie. Capital letter lie. Capital lie. When you sleep when the baby is sleeping, your husband come back from work. He's not going to understand that you were sleeping when the baby was sleeping. It's only when the baby sleeps that you have time to do anything. You have time to have a shower. Sometimes you're in the bathroom, the baby is crying. You rush out with soap out of your body with towel to pick up the baby. Nobody tells you all these things. Please, young mom, let's be informed about, it's a joy. Like motherhood is joy, motherhood is fun, but there are other things that nobody talk about. Baby is sleeping, that's the time you're going to go have a shower. That's the time you're going to clean up. That's the time, because you don't have a maid. It's not like Nigeria. For you to have a maid, it costs a lot of money. That's the only time you can cook, you can clean, you can do your laundry, you can tidy up everything. Before you know it, the baby is awake. You'll stand still again. Continue. You don't even have the time to sleep. Then in the night, at 2 o'clock, their eyes is like this. You try to sleep, you hear, nah. Hey, I say, Chineke, now who sent me born pikin? Who sent me? Why did nobody tell me this? But it's the truth. Nobody's going to tell you that. Nobody tells you about the changing of step. Nobody tells you about down there is not going to be the same. Nobody, like, even though the worst part of it is when you have a child through cesarean. There's my auntie was telling me a story that a man, his wife had 3 children through cesarean. And the man was saying to the woman, you can imagine how bad mouth a man can have. He was saying to his wife, so when they call mothers, you will come out after the doctors just cut your stomach and bring out the baby. The people that are mothers are people that have vaginal births. Excuse me? Excuse me? Have you seen how they cut a woman's tummy to pull out a baby? And she does it for the first time, the second time, the third time, and you have the audacity or the guts to tell her that they just cut her tummy and bring out a baby. People die through pregnancy. People die through childbirth. And Jesus Christ, people need to think before they speak, for God's sake. How can you say that to a woman? And after everything the woman is going to go through, throwing up, getting fat, the nose relocating. Nobody tells you about your nose relocating from here to it will relocate to this angle. By the time you know what's happening, you don't even have a chin anymore. Your nose has covered everything. Your shoes can't fit. Before I had my baby, I used to wear 39. Now I wear 42 after 4 children. So it's like after every child, one shoe size increase. Nobody tells you that. Then you're going to sit down and tell me that the doctor just cut my tummy and bring out a baby? Like, excuse me? Do you want to be pregnant? Do you want in your next life to be a mother? Please, 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 let's be wise and respect women. Let's be wise and value women. Like, when I am proud to be a woman, I am proud to be a mother, I'm proud to be a sister, I'm proud to be a friend. And God, please, if you create me again, please create me a woman. Make me a woman. And I will be eternally grateful to all the women out there, to all the mothers out there, to all the young mothers out there. I really, really applaud you. You are really, really you're really, really a hero. You're really, really amazing. My son, he came the other day and he kissed me on the lips and he said, Mommy, you're my hero. I love you so much. That really melted my heart. And I looked at him and I said, you're my blessing. You're my crown. We need to speak all these words. You know, now I'm not sad. When I was having these babies, when they were small, I go crazy. But now I look at them and I said, you know what? You're my hero. You're my crown. You're my blessing. You're my joy. You're my everything. I love you from the bottom of my heart. To all the mothers out there, this is for you. You're doing an amazing job. Keep it up, and the good Lord will continue to bless you. Don't look at what you're going through now. Look on the brighter side. When these kids are grown, when they don't really need your help anymore. Like now, my daughters, they help me in the house. I'm no longer as stressed as I used to be when they were little. Even if now when I'm cooking or when I'm doing the dishes, I have 3 daughters and a son. Am I not blessed? I'm really, really blessed. When I'm doing the dishes, one is cleaning and one is putting back. We sit down, we can have a conversation. But I never saw this 10 years ago, that I could have a conversation with my child. But right now, we can sit down, we can have a conversation. We can sit down, we can have an argument. We can sit down, we can have a fight. Women fight like girls fight. There are 4 girls, and I say, yeah, mama is a girl. Mama is not an old woman. So please, 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 to all the mothers out there, to all the young expecting mothers out there, you can do this. Don't be discouraged. Don't be scared. I know your emotions will be everywhere. We understand as mothers that sometimes you feel like giving up, but trust me, it's going to get better. you're throwing up, you feel like you just want to put your hand and bring out that thing that's inside your tummy, it's going to go better. Remember, you're blessed, and that child is a blessing unto you. May the good Lord bless you, protect, and keep you. All right. Thank you for watching this video. Share, like, subscribe. If it's your first time of watching my videos, thank you so much. Can you do me one thing and one thing only? Please subscribe to my channel. Okay. Please. Leave a comment, turn on the like button so that you get notified whenever I post a video, and I will see you in my next video. Remember, you're a blessing. Okay. Bye to all the mothers out there. I wish you an amazing day. All right, bye. How can I do it? Oh, my kids, they taught me how to do how to. See me, I want to embarrass my forefathers. Me. Have an amazing evening, or have an amazing morning, or I'm actually doing this video at 10 p.m. My kids are in bed. Yes, that's what mothers do. When I send my kids to bed, that's the only time I can sit down to make a sit-down video like this. And it's my me time as well, where I take care of myself. I don't do skin, like I don't have routine. I don't do skin. I need to start doing skincare. That's my fail. I don't do skincare routine. I thank God for the skin he gave to me. So right now, I'm just going to go and wipe all this off, and the real face will appear. Or is this the real one or the fake? Whichever you want, like... Okay, thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.